Hi guys, it's Weeda, and I'm going to do just a quick fun pour, but I wanted to show you what I'm doing. This was roughly 3/4 white paint, just Blick's matte acrylic, and then 1/4 99% alcohol. These cups, they're condiment cups, are full of Floetrol that whenever you use Floetrol, please be sure to shake it up well. And now I'm using acrylic ink. This is in phthalo green, blue shade, and let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That may have been 10. There was a little extra ploop there. But I'm doing this so you can see just how little of the ink I'm using. And whenever you're using Floetrol, in addition to shaking it up before you use it, make sure you mix your pigment in well first. So, trying to get that green mixed up well. I now have quinacridone magenta, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's good. And I'm trying to get the colors a little bit deeper than I want because I'm going to be mixing with white. And this will just be a simple dirty pour, nothing fancy on this. Now my cerulean blue, which is what I'm using next, it's got little specks of undissolved pigment in it, and at first I thought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. I thought, oh no, let me get another blue, and then I decided no, I think I actually like the little speckles, and let me mix that up and I'll show you what I mean. They're not really showing up. Yeah, there's some little, I don't know if you can see that, just some little speckles in there, but I'm okay with that. Actually, by the time that mixes with white, I think I want a little extra, so maybe a couple more drops, like 3, that's not a couple. Math teacher here, can't count. Okay, so my next step is I'm going to pour them into this cup, and my piece of glass is roughly, thanks Sharon, 7 inches by 7 inches. So I'm going to put a little blue in, top it with a little bit of pink, or magenta, sorry, and then white. And now green, and I don't know, can y'all see, am I getting that? A little bit of the green there, and I've already got a little bit going on in there. Back to the blue, going to white now, and the white's pretty heavy so it's sinking, but it will do its job. And back to the blue. So I really don't want to pour the pink into the green and vice versa. I don't mind a little bit of the colors muddying up, but I don't want to blindly encourage it. A little bit of the white now. It looks like I can't avoid it. A little bit more green. And bit of the blue, magenta, and if I've got any white left, put a little bit of that in. Okay, take it, flip it. I'm gonna let it sit for just a minute. And it's kind of wandering around. Get these cups out of the way so I can move this a little bit better for you. Okay, it sort of slid around, but here we go. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. And I got cells everywhere. I really did want some cells in this one. I don't always, but I did here. And I don't want to run all my cells off. I want the paint to go there. Okay. Oh wow, if that will dry like that, I will be thrilled. I'm going to, let me wipe my hands and show you. This is what I love right now. I'm hoping that it dries. Here you have the pink and the green, and the green is outlining the pink, making that really, really, really cool. So there's a good bit of cells. It's not too muted. Sometimes, you know, when you mix some complements, you run the risk of getting too much gray, and I didn't want that to happen. Now I do have just the very edges that I want to get a little bit of paint on. And there we have it. That's it. I absolutely love it. This area there's not too much going on, so gives it a little bit of negative space without it being just one solid color, and lots of lovely, lovely cells. And I like that the cells are not formed necessarily by white. They're formed by green, and it's just, oh, it's so pretty. I don't know if you can get it a good look at this without much of a glare. And I just don't think an acrylic pour gets much easier than this. And I don't use a whole lot of paint. I don't use a whole lot of resources. That's one reason why I really like using the acrylic ink. It just takes a few drops to do this, and I'm thrilled. I'll be back when this dries. Hi guys. Okay, this is what it looks like dry. Almost sort of what it looks like. Except it was not, I did not have it level, and so while this obviously has some color, as you can see through the with the white background, it is clear, so you can see through it. So I'm not thrilled with that. What happened is it all shifted this way, but there is a coating there of some of the Floetrol and the ink. I love it other than that, and I don't like something else. Because it shifted, it looks kind of smooshed to me down here, and I don't like the finish, which isn't that big a deal because I had planned on topping it with resin anyway, but you can see it's kind of textured a little bit. It's not, yeah, it's a little textured. I do love the fact that here, I love this interaction that is going on and this. So I like the colors. They did not, the green, and I didn't get mud. I got a little bit of gray that toned it down, but then I've got plenty of bright spots. So the colors to me worked very well. I like how it turned out. I would, because I'm not really fond of that texture, I might use Floetrol for some of to mix with some of the acrylic ink, but I would use Liquitex pouring medium for the most part, and I think that will help get rid of also the alcohol and the white. I would probably use liquid pouring medium instead of the alcohol, and that will help too if I was using these colors again. And I may try to do another pour and make sure it's on a level surface. You can see how it just sort of crunched up and got crowded. It's flat, but I can tell from the design that it sat at an angle so that it flowed this way, which is why I ended up with clear spots here and on. If I really liked it, then I would simply paint the back of it white paint the back of it white, and this would not be so obvious. But it would still be too obvious. I'm probably going to take this off, and because I do like the colors, use it to make jewelry. Here's some that I got from the bottom of the tub, and I think that would be really cool to make jewelry with, and that's what I am probably going to do with this. So I'll save this acrylic skin, pull this off. Well, we can do that right now. Just, here we go. Oh, that's kind of interesting. That's neat. That was on the bottom. It's light, but it's got a lot of interest in it, so that's pretty cool. And then I have the more brightly colored top piece, which reminds me, let me flip this over, because if I remember right, yeah, the back of it is really pretty too. This has got great movement. Again, I don't like this. I don't know how that would look. Yeah, if I liked everything else, I'm trying to keep the glare. If I liked everything else, I could just paint this part white and then keep the rest of this. But I honestly think that I'm better off removing it and redoing it so that I don't have to fight around this. I can use the same colors. But this is pretty.